created Black Flag back in 1994. It was pure escapism. I want to draw guys with big guns. I want to draw anime babes, wizards, aliens. Cool, put them all in one book.
Now allow me to reintroduce myself.
Black Flag is literally wish fulfillment. High energy, high octane, 90s style action, relentless, doesn't ask for forgiveness, high bullet count. There hasn't been that in comics in the same way that I'm going to provide it. Sniper decided that he was going to go back into doing what he does best. He went and he took all of his gear, which had this shield on it with his flag, and he blacked out all the flags. He has no allegiance to anybody but himself. They're never sitting around talking in Black Flag issue 1. Ragtag, they're it. Here to save our world. All of them mythical, mystical, magical. And we are going to see so many bullets, so much action. This thing is certain to blow people's minds. That's basically what Black Flag is all about. Let's go.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
What is happening? What is going on? Happy, what is today? Wednesday? So we got a little bit of music for you. Let's start off the day by saying hello to the chat. We got over 30 people watching right now. We've been going for about 2 minutes. You guys got to watch a little bit of advertisements as they were. Tank Ferret is here. He says was going to get some work done. Good morning to all of you magnificent bastards. We got Well Read in the house. Hello, sir. Good to see you. Desert Nomad is here. Levi Skeen. Mike McMahon. Yeah. And then my favorite Mike in the whole world, Mr. Green. How are you? Alfredo. What's up, man? Doing the Lord's work. Prater7 is here. Dan Genovese is here. We got Doug Evans. Hey, Doug, I'm going to show off my record score from the other day. Doug is my man. He Bruce Beer works on it. He's an amazing dude. Bruce Beer knows everything about old school record players and radios and has incredible taste in comics and music. You guys, big ups to Doug Evans. Paulus Arts is here. Alozat is here. Leg Kick is here. How are you, Leg Kick? Good to see you. Tank Ferret is a new member. Congrats, man. Congrats. Here, Kuntahare is here. What up? Good to see you. Good to see you. Death Metal Hero is here. Man, we got tons of good people. Angela Curry. Hello. Good morning. Okay, so check it out. I like to make monthly, maybe sometimes twice a month trips to my local record store. It's called Fresh Produce Records. It's on Cherry Street in downtown Macon. They are a full-on legit record store. Makes me feel like I did when I was a kid, when all you could buy was records and cassettes, pre-CD. Anyway, I go in there, and the thing I like about them is there's always surprises. I find things that I'm looking for, and I find things that I wasn't looking for, but I'm glad I found. So one of the things I like and love, of course, is this record here. I just listened to it, so it's all janked up. Aaliyah's Greatest Hits. Aaliyah's Greatest Hits. You got all the good stuff. You got 1, 2, 3 discs, vinyls, as it were. Pick that one up. Then, taking it back to the old school, the Superman the movie soundtrack from 1978, the original John Williams, score, and it's got 2 records. Of course, it's got the theme, the main title, but it's got all of the music. Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Here's another one, and this is always it's both energizing and embarrassing. When I was a kid, I didn't listen to metal at all. We weren't really allowed to. So anytime I buy a new metal album, it's new for me. So I picked up Iron Maiden Senjutsu. A lot of fun. This album's great. And then, of course, and I haven't listened to it yet, Fear the Dark by Iron Maiden. We got Fear the Dark. And just because of the cheese factor, I love this stuff too. Rappin', the original motion picture soundtrack from 1985. You got Love Bug Starsky on here. Mario Van Peebles raps. You got all kinds of fun stuff on that one. Then, of course, if any of you guys ever played that game, Spy Hunter, I know I dumped a few rolls of quarters into Spy Hunter myself, but that song, that dum 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 Peter Gunn by Henry Mancini. How awesome is that? This has, of course, the Peter Gunn song, Sort of Blues, Fallout, The Floater, Slow and Easy, Peter Gunn, with some really cool artwork. You know, I don't know if that's Robert Peake or could just be, you know, someone from advertising. But what a wonderful 1958 pressing. And then the last album that I got, which was like a super mega surprise because I did not know what I was getting into. I bought it because I liked what it said. New tone in stereo as seen on TV, super hits of the 70s, right? This Numero Tone Records, Numero Tone, they went out and got the rights to these different things. Like this is an 8-track that came out in 1975. And you see here, I Second That Emotion, Low Down, Pure Imagination, Do It Again, Come and Get Your Love, Dreams. I mean, we know all these songs. These are big hits from 75. What I did not know, though, was the 8-tracks back in the day was kind of like Kid Bop or whatever, where they had a different band do the songs. And this is what you get. All of these awesome songs, but just done slightly different and still done in 75. So they got like a really cool feel to them. Ain't just the shoes, you got to Nike that shit, Nike that, Nike that shit, Nike that. All right, I know somebody, Amanda B, is a fan of Nike that. What up, Phil Diaz? What's happening, man? Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning, West Coast. I know it's early out there. I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you to the 10 people over on Instagram. Thanks to the folks over on Twitch, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. We're going out in a big old blast. Yeah, see, here we go. Johnny Rando. It makes me want to go find these 8-tracks because these renditions are great in their own way. You know, a lot of flute. That's one of the. If I was to give, you know, a very short review, a lot of flute. Okay, let's get into what we came here for, which is drawing. Let me take this banner off. There we go. Banner is off. All right. Kino Reviews is in the house. Hello. We're creeping up to 70 people watching. Hit that like if you're new. Hit that subscribe. Quick, Dan. Well, rhyme something with Brianna. Banana, Brianna, Fofana. I don't know. My wife's name's Brianna, so banana. I got a planner. I don't know. That's a quick. That I had to do quick. Just my wife's name. There you go. Let's go. Okay, it's draw time. And guess what? Today we're going to be working on a different page. Changing it up a bit. just because I didn't want to have you guys be bored. This is a page that I was working on, and I was deciding on, and notice this, there's a lot of overlap here on this sniper. I'll probably end up drawing this full bit, but all that's really going to exist is that rectangle that he's in, that crop. But I'm going to keep that asset. That's one of the things that I like to do, is maximize all the drawing that I've been doing. And the way I do that is by drawing through, right? So let me see. I think I got pages I have 3 iPads and I got pages all over each of them. I'm trying to find the one. It's a double pager. It might be this one. I think it's this one. Yeah. Check this out. You guys are familiar with this double page spread, but look at this. Every single character, even with the overlap, every single character, every asset in here individually exists on its own. So a lot of times I'll do that. See, so full sniper. That's if I ever need that asset. I would probably finish up the guns, you know, make a t-shirt out of it. Or see, bubble, that could be a sticker. Geisha, that can also be a sticker or a shirt. Rascal, you know, no overlap, which is really cool. People over on Instagram, I did mention free brushes in the description. If you guys want to come over to YouTube, that's Couchdoodles or FragaBoom on YouTube. There's a link. It's a Dropbox link where you can download all of my Procreate brushes for free. And if you keep watching this channel, you'll see how I use each of those brushes. But see, this is another reason that I do this. Like, we're going to be doing a back shot of Gorilla. Look at that reference right there. Right? I try to keep things as super consistent as I can. So on my Gorilla sheet, this is one of the angles that I have. So anyway, that's just a little explainer on what and why I draw overlap. It's mostly to maximize the coolness of the image and future stuff. Oh, here you go. Magnets are the superior. You know what? Yeah. R.I.P. To Batman the Saint. Iceman, of course, real genius. That's where I was first introduced to his brilliance, you know. Here we go. What up, Ink on Paper? Yo, we hit the 75 mark. We got 75 people watching. Hit the like, hit the whatever on this. So I worked on this one a little bit last night. We can, you know, I can take you through the history of it, but originally, see how his eyes are squinting there? Originally, I had him kind of more wide-eyed, like this, and it just wasn't selling the emotion. And one of the things that I'm making a super-duper concerted effort towards in this book specifically is those acting moments, you know, like I want to be able to let me see if I can find it first. There they are. Oh, that's my doggy. Oh, this hasn't updated the photos yet. This has not updated the photos yet. So, man, that looked terrible in that picture. That's hilarious. Anyhow, I'm spacing out. That happens sometimes. Let's get back into this. There we go. There we go. So what I was thinking about doing today, which could be a lot of fun, is this monster that's coming at them. I haven't really shown you guys what the full-on monster looks like. Doc Holliday was his best role. Yeah, Doc Holliday was great. Do I have do you have a link to your brushes? I do. Hey mods, can you do me a favor and pop that Dropbox link in the chat? So the brush we're using right now, speaking of brushes, is called the Beast brush. I call it Beast because it does everything I need it to do, but also Beast mode. So we're drawing in non-photo because we're under a screen layer. This is a trick that I use. A lot of people don't know that. Spacing out means I need to hit the bowl again. I haven't this morning, but see how everything's in gray? I throw a screen layer in between so it acts as non-photo blue, but I can still have my cake and eat it too, as it were. So another cool thing about the iPad is if I want to say open up Pinterest, because Pinterest is where I get a whole lot of my inspiration. In fact, I have a lot of boards on Pinterest, including a black flag board, right? This one's locked. I don't show people this one, or people can't get to this one publicly. So I look for I thought there was one in here called Monster. There we go. So this is where I get inspiration. You know, I already knew what my monster looks like in my mind, but I always want to plus it, you know? And so I'll go through Pinterest and I'll look for things and design languages and such that will fill my tank, as it were. You know, I can look at it directly, or I can do this, right? Like this. Check this out. This is wait, here we go. Man, come on. There we go. See that? You can do a little split screen action, right? So I can do this. I like this guy right here. See what's happening with him? See all the chunks and shapes? To me, those look like heads and skulls and things like that, right? So I look at that. I might take it away, and then after looking at that, I know I wanted in my mind. I already see the thing finished in my head as far as what the page is going to look like when you guys see it. So there's going to be a heavy light source here that sort of I'm the leprechaun, you know, when they put the flashlight up under their face. So what's up, Jasper Plan 9? Good to see you, buddy. So I'm thinking about that. I'm also going to give a bigger brush size in here, and I'm thinking about scale. So if this is Gorilla, we're saying that's Gorilla. That's Bubbles' hands, I believe. Yeah, those are her hands. We have Rascal here, Geisha's here. So I'm this right here for me, and this is Sniper. This here for me is to just get a sense of scale, right? And also clarity. And I might actually, just looking at the design of this page, depending on what I want for impact, because this panel right here, you'll see if I turn these off, you'll see this panel is a lot of fun with Bubble and Sniper and Gorilla. So I got to look at the shape of this, and I'm right now. What I need to do with this design wise is just make it smaller. So if I had them like this instead, maybe bring them up a little. Yeah, I think that's better because it's more impactful when we go to Sniper's Snarl. All right, so then what I would do here is, because I don't want to destroy what's underneath there, I can go and put a white patch. So it's just some white in between. I'm not erasing. It looks like I'm erasing, but it's just a patch. And that way, if I don't need the patch, that's back and whatever. But this helps me see it more clearly. Okay, let's get into our monster. I think I want to use Big Chunk for our monster because of the shapes and such. Let's see about there. So a skull back here would actually not be terribly large. It would be like this, right? And see all these arrows. That's my thing for directional energy. So I can go in there, and right now we're just going to block out shapes that and the goo overlaps itself, and it comes and it's still got things like that. So if we were to render this one out, there's a skull like that. Probably be cool to have another skull back here, and maybe some bone. But again, everything, we want to have that energy going in that way, so it looks like it's heading towards them. And then we'll deal with some overlap stuff too, kind of like the way we do the veins, how I showed you guys how we do veins. What's up, Instagram? I want to say hello to the folks over there at Instagram. Really appreciate you guys. If you want to come over to YouTube, you can find a link in the description for these brushes I'm using. Hopefully you guys will enjoy using them. They're Procreate only. Eventually we will have some Photoshop brushes for you. Let us change the music. There it is. We can use the eraser here to sculpt these shapes too, right? So I guess the way I could describe this monster in like comic book terms would be if Venom basically eviscerated any of the people he occupies, and then uses all of that flesh and bone or mech or whatever to grow. So that's the idea behind this monster. So we're gonna distort it a little bit. Distort. There we go. See that? Thank you, Procreate. Look at that. Gives it a little bit more of a monstery, stretchy feel. Oh, Johnny Rando. That is a fun little 23 Skidoo reference. Appreciate that one. Okay, so let's call this one P&L1, right, or Monster 1. Rename Monster 01. The great thing about these brushes here that I'm using on Procreate is that they are gated, and what I mean by that is, see this right here, that little blue. I wish I could. Anyway, the slider on the side. Watch, you'll see me move it. See that? That's the size of the brush. This is the size that we're working in. This is the size of the pencil that, yes, Desert Nomad. That's exactly right. Wah, 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 wah. All right, so I'm going to reduce the opacity on this slightly. Wait a minute, where are you? That's not you there. Where are you? Where the heck did I put you? Okay, this is odd. Oh, I drew it in the patch. That's hilarious. Okay, dummy. Yeah, dummy. I'll just do this. Copy. Paste. Hello. That's not correct. Let's do that one more time. Copy. Paste. There, it's doubled up. So now it's got its own thing going for it. Damn. You say you wanna get down. All right, here's the monster. I wanted to reduce that opacity just a little bit. There's different things overlapping that I'm going to draw after. Just letting you know my thought process right now when I'm observing this and kind of breaking down the way I'd want it to go. So see how thick this pencil is? So and that's essentially why I gate it. I could get in there and do all kinds of crazy ass detail for nothing, right? So this, now when I look at this, I'm really just starting to think of it in abstract shapes. And I got taught this lesson by my grandfather. I'll tell you about it. And it's we're using this lesson right now. I grew up in a town called Martinez in Northern California. Neighboring towns are like Benicia, Walnut Creek, Pleasant Hill, Concord. And of course, we weren't too far from San Francisco, Oakland, Hayward, all of that stuff. Anyway, one of the cool things about the town I grew up in was that you could go down to the marina and draw. We would draw boats and things like that. And one of the exercises my grandfather had me do, because he was teaching out of this book called Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain by Betty Edwards. That was his I don't know what you call that, teacher learning lesson stuff. I don't, whatever. Anyhow, me am not smart. And anyhow, that's what he would teach from, and we would he would say, hey, let's draw Benicia. Let's draw what we see over there, right? And I've never met Val Kilmer, no. So what do you call it? I'm gonna just do a little quick thing. So Benicia, you got this bridge that goes over to Benicia like this, and then there was a mothball fleet, and Benicia would be over there. So the vista would be essentially this, right? What we would see of Benicia, and then there's water, and then of course there's like boats in the way where we're sitting, right? So when I was a kid, I was in there and I was drawing the windows and like every little brick on the homes and antennas and TV antennas and like the leaves on the bushes and stuff like that. And my grandpa said, what are you drawing? I said, I'm drawing over there. He goes, man, you can see that sharp? And I said, what do you mean? He said, you're drawing all the leaves and bricks and window panes and such, you know. And I said, well, they all have it. And he said, yeah, but that's your mind filling in gaps that aren't necessarily there. What if you were a alien that had never seen a house before, but all you can do is like basically draw what's in front of you? And then he showed me his, and his was made up of like all these little bits and shapes that were quite accurate to what was across the bay over there in Benicia. And I realized, like, man, sometimes, you know, that's the way to go. So that's kind of how I feel about this stuff when it's gated like this. You know, I can't get any bigger as far as or smaller as far as this brush is concerned, but that means I have to work in that more simplified language on how that monster would look. See, isn't that cool? Like the way it came out, it looks like all that stuff's in there. And then we think about the lighting, right? I said I wanted it to be lit from underneath. Again, keeping all the directional aspects of this thing going towards the line of action. And there we go. See, now we got just one strand. What's up, Amanda B? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. So we're gonna do that a whole bunch more times, right? This monster thing that's coming at them. So I'm gonna there's this shape here, boosh, coming at them. And also, you know, there can still be struggling people in it because they're only partially eaten, right? This monster is devouring and conquering and creating and just doing its thing, you know. So we use Big Chunk for these shapes, right? You're like, what is this shape over here that you're working on, Dan? This one I'm working on here is a guy struggling. You'll see as the monster is messing him up. His hands. Monster just pulling him down. Leg. His other leg is here, coming through. And you get a sense of scale, also how far away the monster is compared to our thing. Yo, we got 103 people watching. What's up? You are watching FragaBoom. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up, Mr. McMahon. Biolante. I'm screenshotting that because I need to look up. I any sort of reference I can get. This monster is a monster, you know, a crazy ass beast, and drawing him is a lot of fun. All right, so here we go. So I think about this guy's biosuit shapes. Again, we're in a gated brush. Gated meaning that it's limited. It can't get any thinner or thicker than it is. And what that does for us is it makes sure that we're not drawing things that are too small or can't be inked on the page. Otherwise, we can get really, really lost in there. So again, since we're so gated on this little small character, we can really just kind of work in abstract shapes. You know, I'm thinking about, you know, his exosuit and the forms of it, of course, but look at this. Look at how chunky and blocky that is. Oh, there we go. What's up, Instagram? What's up, Twitch? What's up, Twitter? You're watching FragaBoom. Today we are drawing Black Flag Pineapple Perception. It is a book that's available on Indiegogo. It is quite late, but you get to watch it get made every morning, Monday through Saturday, mostly, unless, you know, this time around, Friday, you won't see me because I'm on my way to SE Comic Con. But you will see me Monday. So tomorrow, I think, is the last day this week that you can catch the show. But you're gonna watch the book get done in real time. See how it's done, how we do it over here at Incredible Comics. The guy's screaming. The goo is coming out. Again, because I know these are just like at this point abstract shapes that are making this stuff. It's more about like where to put those marks to convey as clear as possible, even though it's tiny, as clear as possible what's going on. So see, when you back out, look at that. He's getting all messed up in there. Regarding the music, because some people do ask, all of these songs are mine. I try to create a beat, probably at least 3 beats a week. You know, and they go pretty quick. I can do a beat in about 15 minutes. One of these days, we'll do a music stream where you'll see exactly how we make this stuff. I'll hook my keyboard in there and show you. We'll make a beat together. You know, that'll be unique. Do it like Mark Rubier style. Watch it real time. Maybe we'll just make a song. Who knows? Yeah, well read. Everything that you're listening to, I made. Every single one of them. I've got over probably 270 now. Yeah. 3 beats a week, moving at my peak. Nah, I could probably do 5 beats a day if it was all I was doing. But no, it's not all I'm doing. Obviously, I'm doing this. I'm doing the being a dad, being a husband, day job, streaming, trying to be a good friend. Yeah. But you get to watch this stuff happen. But maybe we'll do that. We'll do maybe that's what we'll make Saturdays. You know, Saturdays we'll make it like a multi-day because I don't have to do anything other than this. Yeah, friends are rare. That's right, especially good ones. I posted a meme on Facebook yesterday about how many people can say they got friends that they still have going back to 7th grade. I've got friends going back to when I was 2.5 back in the neighborhood. Plenty of friends from elementary school, high school. I tend to, when I make a friend, I tend to keep a friend. What up, Jay Krager? Good to see you. Speaking of good friends, this is a good brother here, along with my brother Will Perdomo. They're working on a fantastic book. So here we go. So this leg is up. We're getting some of this goop coming across some of these other shapes. The other thing I think about with this goop, if you guys have ever seen Akira, I mean, just straight up, everything in Black Flag is a regurgitation of the things I love, right? So when Tetsuo starts to mutate out, becomes the big baby and all of that impacted me. I think I was 15 when my pal Fred took me to see it up in Sacramento Davis area. They had a showing of Akira, and it was the '88 dub. The one with the G.I. Joe voices. That's what I call it, because it had a lot of the voices from G.I. Joe in it. Anyway, I saw that, and it had a profound effect on me. I had to buy everything I could Akira. I have a pretty decent Akira collection. I used to have some Akira cells. I believe I gave those to Rob Liefeld for a birthday present, like a long time ago. But anyhow, my influences are all over these pages. There we go. Look at more monster. Hey, good. Hey, well read. Thank you, sir. You have a great day today. And we're gonna go for another 15 minutes. Man, time is flying. I didn't realize we've been going for 43 minutes already. Holy smokes! I guess time flies when you're having fun, right? But I guess the lesson here for anybody watching, because I call my stuff edutainment, right? It's entertaining, but I want to educate people as well if it's possible. It's about when, I've heard people say that when they're drawing little figures, they have a really hard time. And I think the best way to look at it is to take the little story I told you about Benicia and drawing a city from across the bay. You're not drawing all the windows and bricks on a chimney. You're drawing how light is interacting with them and representing those forms from your vantage point. That's what you're doing. So that's how you get that going. Bog Dan Digital Art says, I love drawing little figures. That's right. Yeah. Ooh, creatures from Mimic. Screenshotting that one too. Thank you, Joe Bernardo. Let me snap that. Creature from Mimic. And the other one was from Godzilla. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that's right. I'm kind of ignoring the motion. I need to keep that in there because it's moving. Man, I wish I used the correct version of FragaBoom on this particular thing. I might have to redo the music track, because I had one here going for about an hour and change, and I dropped FragaBoom in there, but I dropped a super old version that was like a digitization from a cassette, which was in mono, and it just doesn't sound good, as you can tell. But we have another version, thanks to my friend Senor Mercado over at the old studio we used to do the recordings at, he was able to take the original format of what we recorded in and convert it over to really clean MP3s, which is like, you know, considering we did it in 1994. One of the things that I was saying to my missus, which was really crazy, in fact, this song FragaBoom that is playing right now, there's a group called Bone Thugs and Harmony, and they had a song called The Thuggish Ruggish Bone. It's the Thuggish Ruggish Bone. And they had that triplicate, hip, hip, like that kind of flow. Anyhow, why am I bringing them up? Because they recorded that album at a place called Black Hole Records with none other than Eric Wright, Eazy-E, who we were talking about the other day. I recorded my demo in the exact same studio with the same engineer on the same equipment that Bone Thugs and Harmony did theirs. So not that that's anything for the quality, but as far as, you know, me being a fan of hip hop, it was kind of like one of those things. Like, can you imagine if you could go and record something over at Sun Records in Memphis, like, hey, this is where Jerry Lee and Elvis and, you know, all these legends came from. Now, here's another thing that we can do, which I may do or may not do. See, I'm going to bring down this opacity right here. And what if I decided to create a whole other element of slime that was consistent going over these guys, right? So if I'm going to take this layer here, I'm going to bring this size up. Let's make sure the opacity on that's cranked up. And if this stuff is moving like that, then let's turn it upside down. Some of the slime might come up and over like that, and under this one like that, and then have it slimes coming off of it, right? Like that. So it gives this sort of more like a crazy illusion of like just more goo coming off it. We could take that and let's take that out so we see it a little bit clearer, right? Like that, almost like we did with the veins before. But it also gives this sort of illusion that this stuff is really just goopy and moving. So then I would create another layer like this. Let's bring that opacity down. I hope you guys are enjoying these tunes. What is up, Instagram? Good to see you. Can't forget about you. Hey, Matt Barr, I'm not working on Meathead. I'm working on Black Flag. I don't know what gave you that idea, my friend. Anyhow, so now we've got this overlapping goo here, and we're going to give it a sense of its own space and form by overlapping and underlapping, right? So this is gonna go down and under this one. So we got this goo going like that. This goo is coming back. This. We gotta seep that into that. That one's gonna go down. We're gonna still work with the momentum of the goo here. right? And then we had this other one come in here, and this bad boy here. This one wanted to go here, like this. This overlaps. And now we think about lighting wise what's happening with this goo. So we're gonna do this. It's gonna cast a shadow. That's gonna cast a shadow. That's gonna cast a shadow. So now we have this bit going on, right? So now we go into Monster with our eraser tool, and we erase out all of these goo parts, right? Like where we drew the goo. Where we drew the goo is where we're taking bits and pieces out, right? So we can take this and erase it out. You guys can't see what my hands are doing, but watch what happens. I'll turn this off. I'll crank this up, and now I can merge that down. Come in here with our eraser again. Let's get that size and pull some highlights into the goo, like that, right? And look at that. See how that works? This is how we do the monster. So it gives you this this really fun illusion of this viscous, gross creature, and there appears to be some sort of semblance of structure to it, because we built it that way. And then, you know, when an inker comes in here, they could even separate it further, you know? Like if I was to take this and let's bring down the opacity. Here's an idea. Let's do this. This was just for funsies. Bring that layer down under our screen layer so it's non-photo blue, right? And then I create a new layer. Like that, and we go into our ink brushes. I think Terry would be perfect. No, Royer would be perfect for this. So Royer's gated. And this is for anybody who's downloaded the brushes. I say this every time. When you get into the ink brushes, go to pressure and smoothing and bring it down a little bit. Otherwise, it's going to be crazy loosey-goosey for you. So here again, these brushes are gated, so we can get in there and you know we're not going too small or too big, but be able to create new forms on there. So I will eventually on some of these pages start doing digital, where I'm going to ink a bunch of it here inside of Procreate, but then take it out, print it out, and do all of the effects and some other supplementary inking to really bring it home. So then there's a sort of best of both worlds. There'll be an original, and there would be there'd be an original, and we get the benefit of digital. So I went real thin here, and then I'm going to go thick here, thin to thick. Gives that thing a little extra life when you come down, you know. What up, Lion Ratton? Good to see you. And then same in here, you know, we can simplify shapes. Actually, I might take this over to Terry. Terry might be the way to go. This one at this size. Yeah, actually, Terry is better. What am I thinking? I wanted Terry is less fluid than the Royer brush, but I can get in here with these like big chunky shapes instead of getting sort of lost in the grist that like we were doing with the Royer brush. So boom. That's the beauty of my brushes is each of these has a different sort of thing. Like if I go to analog inker, watch what happens here. This might actually be the one. Look at that. Ooh, see that? That might actually be the one because it has a more organic feel to it. Let's look at, yes, see that? Or we can just use a mix of all of them. Why not, right? So anyhow, this is the analog brush. I can get in there and do little nicks and other fun shapes in there. Make it a little more abstract and less literal. Yes, sometimes I make sounds. Who doesn't? There we go. See? I heard Terry used to clip the end of his nibs. Always wondered if it was true. Yeah, there, Levi Skeen. That was always the legend. You know, it was either that he would clip the edge, or the other one was that he'd file them down. Which, you know, who knows? Rick Saylor's in the house. What is up? Yes, that is absolutely true. Death Metal Hero. It is absolutely true. All right, we're going to wrap it up. We've been going for about an hour. I got to cook some salmon. Yesterday, with King Solomon, we made some really good New York strip steak, and still with inside of the air fryer. You know, I got that thing dialed up. If you guys don't have an air fryer, I am one of those people that will tell you it is worth it. There we go. Look at that. So then we start putting some of that directional action in there. So you could discover all kinds of things while you're working, you know. This I like that because it looks like it's moving. So I got all those shapes in there, but if I constantly pull towards the action, using those shapes as a guideline, holy smokes. We love that, don't we? Stay close, I know, you know the money that goes, I think you'll be the one in bouncing. I was at the clock, bake it, take it, shake it. Look at that. That looks even cooler to me. I don't know. All right, you guys. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Apex. It'll be ready in about 20 minutes. The way I do it is I take a fillet, usually fresh, not farm grown, wild caught, because those farms are bad. I will squeeze half a lime all over it and let it sit for a few minutes. Put some salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder. Wipe the air fryer down with some olive oil. Drop that salmon in there. Set it at 390 for 17 minutes. When it hits 10 minutes, you come back and you squeeze lime all over it again, but also poke it with a fork so the lime and all that stuff sinks in. Then when it's down to 7 minutes, you come in with some Irish butter just a pat and put it on, and then let it cook itself out for the remaining 7 minutes. And in that time, I'm also cooking jasmine rice, so they kind of finish up at the same type. That's right. That's right. Oh yeah, that's awesome, Jose. Heck yeah. All right, everybody, we're gonna this song is dedicated to Val Kilmer. This one reminds me of Top Gun, you know. All right. Who wants bacon? All right, let's slap that bacon up and wish you guys, excuse me, a wonderful Wednesday. Make the hump day the humpiest day of all days. And we will see you here tomorrow.